Me glad me didn't film that in the rain, you see. Me so glad me didn't film that in the rain. It'd be a soggy video. I don't want no soggy video. Not today, not tomorrow, never. Well, this video is probably gonna make some of the racists who comment on my channel very angry. Good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. I'm Victoryforu and welcome back to my channel. Today, we are going to be talking about 25 amazing, phenomenal Black inventors that you may have heard of, you may not have heard of, but they have all and will continue to impact the lives that we lead on this earth. Now, why I've loved this video, obviously, it's Black History Month, but let's be real, on this channel, we celebrate Black history every single day because it's important. Like, we out here making Black history every day because every moment that we're living, we are writing our own history. We are, walking on our own path. So this video is going to be so fun. You're going to probably learn some things that you didn't know about certain inventions that you probably use every single day that are in fact created by Black people. So I hope this is educational for you. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you laugh along with me. And yeah, let's get straight on into this video. So before we get into these lists, obviously, as you can tell, I'm not outside as I usually would be, especially, in the summertime, I'm usually outside, but it's no longer summer. Like, it's full on raining right now here in the UK, so we inside in this comfortable situation. So first up, I want to start off with something that we may not all be using yet, but I'm sure sometime in the future it's gonna happen at some point, so we gonna wait. This amazing human being is called William Passy Sachiti. Now, he came from Zimbabwe to the UK to go to the University of Aberystwyth. Can anyone say that properly in the first try? Aberystwyth. He studied artificial intelligence, which is something that is extremely important in this day and age because we're really moving in that direction. And he founded a company along with loads of other scientists to create automated driverless cars. The company is called Cargo. Very innovative name, I'm so here for it. This makes me so happy because this is someone fairly modern day and he out here creating things that's gonna help so many people in the future. Y'all ain't ready, Futurama is actually gonna happen. Next up is something that a lot of us use almost every day without even thinking about it. Fiber optic cables. You know, the thing that brings all of this lovely Wi-Fi into your house that you're probably watching this video through? It was created by a Black woman. Not only was it created by a Black woman, she was a doctor. A doctor, you see. The Black excellence of it all, I'm so here for it. Dr. Shirley Ann Jackson. Now, this woman is absolutely phenomenal. As well as creating that invention, she created other things such as the solar cell, caller ID, and call waiting. Come through, queen! Now, on top of this, a brilliant American physicist, creating all these amazing inventions, she was the first Black woman ever, may I add, to pursue and graduate MIT and secure a PhD. Now, the levels, the actual levels that come through. It's great, I love it. Because all of her work was so groundbreaking, it's impacted every single one of us. In how we live, in how we communicate with each other, in the fact that when someone calls our phone, we can see who it is. We gotta thank Dr. Shirley. Have you ever looked at a traffic light and thought to yourself, I wonder who invented that? It's an amazing man called Garrett Morgan. On top of inventing the traffic signal, the 3 signal that we actually see today, He also invented the hood gas mask, and he also went to create many other inventions because as well as being an inventor, he was a businessman. Now, anyone who's ever had laser eye surgery, y'all best get ready to thank some black people because the kind of innovation and the invention that went into making the laser tool for eye surgery was created by a black woman, Patricia Berth. We have to give it up to her because without that, we, like people who have been wearing glasses their whole life or contacts their whole life and they've gone for that surgery, without her invention, that surgery probably wouldn't exist. The supercomputer, another amazing invention that was created by a black person, and his name is Philip Emerigwa. I'm really hoping I'm saying his name right because he deserves all of the respect. So despite him having to leave school when he was 13 because of the Nigerian civil war, he still went on to pursue some amazing things, including creating the supercomputer. And because he was the person who found and create the first one you see, they're also able to perform 3.1 billion calculations per second, and that's why they are used for meteorology, so for people to check what the weather's like. All of these amazing weather reporters such as Alex Bereford, who is doing extremely well on ITV, may I say, he and many other weather reporters use all of that data to track everything that's going on weather-wise in this whole world. Did any of you iron clothes today, or prepare your clothes with an iron or an ironing board specifically? Because obviously yes, you could probably use your iron on the floor, but it's not really safe, so please don't do that. The improved ironing board, obviously the one before wasn't as stable, I'm guessing, but the new and improved one, based pretty much the one that we use today, obviously with various different upgrades and things, was created by another amazing black lady called Sarah Boone. CCTV and home security systems was co-invented by Marie Van Britten Brown. How's the temperature in your house right now? So the thermostat on your wall, or thermostats in different businesses and different departments, as well as air conditioning units and refrigerated trucks, they were all created by Frederick McKinley Jones. As I have said in, I think a recent episode of the Oxfordshire Youth Podcast, the Black Lives Matter mini-series, history and inventions are often whitewashed a lot. You often hear about Thomas Edison and his amazing invention of the light bulb. But did you actually know, without an amazing guy called Lewis Latimer, we wouldn't have the light bulb as we know it today? He created the carbon light bulb filament. So he literally helped bring people out of darkness and into the light. Next up, we have the color PC monitor and the gigahertz chip, which was co-invented by an amazing man called Mark Dean. So again, the computer that you're probably watching this on, or I mean, you're probably actually watching it on your phone, but if you're watching it on a computer, or if you used a computer today, the monitor, Mark Dean, you best thank him today, people. Just remember him, be like, thank you very much. Thank you, we appreciate you. The pacemaker and the IBM computer, that was created by Otis Boykin. These two inventions, they seem on different ends of the spectrum, but I mean, brother man came through with this one. So if you've ever in your lifetime used a super soaker, if you've ever, in those summers when it gets hot, obviously not when you have a hosepipe pan. Don't do it when you got a hosepipe pan, respect it, save the water and tea. But that was created by Lonnie G. Johnson. And on top of that, he also created the Johnson Thermoelectric Energy Converter. Now, as I said, they're two very different ends of the spectrum, but great inventions nevertheless. It's extremely important for people to give blood, especially black people to give blood, because unfortunately we don't do it enough. We will be speaking more about that later on in this month because I really want to raise a bit more awareness about people like me, specifically black men, but black people in general, donating blood. But before we even get into that, the person who is very influential for not only the whole concept of a blood bank, but also the blood plasma bag is a brilliant man called Charles Drew. Now, again, we got to give it up because those kinds of inventions are saving people's lives. Like specifically now when people need blood to help them to, you know, survive, for like blood transfusions for various different illnesses, not only, you know, COVID-19, but so many other illnesses. It's so important. It's vastly important. People need plasma, you know, to help with different ailments that they may have. So again, a life-saving, life-changing invention that we're probably going to use at least once in our lifetime. So you best give it up. If you are a millennial, or if you are Gen Z, or even if you're not, even if, you know, you're a baby boomer or whatever the other name of the people them is, the likelihood is you have probably at least once in your life used a GIF or a GIF. However you say it, this is a no judgment zone. We ain't judging how people say the thing. But if you've used it, or even if you've used Shockwave, you have a brilliant, amazing, phenomenal black woman called Lisa Gelopta or Gelopta. I'm not sure how you say her surname, but her name will be on screen right now. You have her to thank, because without her, we would not have gifts. And I know how much you people use gifts in your everyday life. You send gifts to your friends, to your mum, to your dad, to your grandmother, to your grandpa, to your uncles, aunties, cousins. You send them to everyone. So give it up for Lisa. Now, the VoIP system. VoIP stands for Voice over Internet Protocol. So basically, if you've ever got kind of, you're calling someone, but you're not calling someone necessarily through a landline, you're calling them through kind of like the internet, that's VoIP. I mean, it's more complex than that because I do not understand the technology and the science behind it, but it's basically that, I think. We really do have Marion Croak to thank for that one, because without it, there would be so many businesses or development within certain businesses and the communications within certain businesses that wouldn't be like it is today without her. Now, he's often regarded as the most famous of all of the black inventors, bearing in mind there are so many black inventors, so even more that are coming out today. So you may know him or may have heard the coined phrase, the Real Mccoy. Now that's because of Elijah McCoy. Now he revolutionized not only the steam train industry, but the rail industry as a whole with his lubricators that helped, you know, everything run so much smoother. So without him, again, the trains that some of us are taking every day for transport to here, there and everywhere, you know, the transportation that took an SMP lady from Scotland back to London, back to Scotland. Yo, we ain't gonna get into that too much today, but why was that allowed? Anyway, like, we genuinely have Elijah McCoy to thank for so much of the transportation that exists around the world, not just in the UK, not just in America, but around the world. That impacted the whole world in how we transport. So there are certain things that we get. So obviously some things come by lorry, but also some things come by train. And without that lubrication to help everything run smoothly, you probably may not get the next day delivery that you want. You may not get all of, you know, these things as quickly as we get them in today's society without Elijah McCoy.